Tom.
I'm Molly.
Welcome to Friends at Gameology, hosted by MoonlightCrew.com.
Reviews for science.
In 7 minutes or less. Codenames. 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 So, this is a spy game of sorts. It's a word association game. It's a party game of a type, and it's in teams. Codenames, these are all agents. These cards with they have Bolt and Nail and Lap and India. So these are all words that represent agents. Some of them represent agents that I want my team to guess. Some of them, Molly wants to have people guess. Some of them are just innocent bystanders, and one, if you guess, is the assassin and it kills you. Let's just go straight into, wait, let me just say, you win by getting all of your clues guessed first. Simplicity versus complexity.
I think this game is fairly simple. Tom pretty much explained it. There's Spymasters and then there's the guessers. And as a Spymaster, you have a card saying which of these cards are yours, and you're just trying to give clues. You have one word, one number, so you say animal, 2, and you hope that they get buffalo and dog, if those are your words.
Horse.
And not horse. So that's what so the hard part is saying the right ones, right? Getting them to say those 2 animals without saying the third. You probably wouldn't say animal 2, right? You do something else. And so that's where the hard part comes in. And for guessing, it's the same kind of thing. You know the restrictions that Spymaster has, and so you're like, okay, why would they say this thing? And so you have to stretch it as the Spymaster and hope that they get it.
The true difficulty in this game, because it's a simple game, is the Spymaster following all the rules, keeping a straight face, not giving extraneous clues. We've come to the point where the Spymaster will leave the table or turn around, and the opposing Spymaster will be the one that will administer, where the clues go and whatnot, so that there's no incentive to, give an extra clue or say anything that you shouldn't.
Which we've had happen, like, oh man.
Yeah, it just happens so much. So, I mean, obviously you play how you want to play, and that's not in the rules to turn away or anything like that, but I found that it helps because it's so difficult sometimes for the Spymaster to just keep that straight face. Luck versus strategy.
I think this game has a combination of both. So I'll talk luck. I remember one game in particular I had 2 or 3 words that had to do with water, and I was like, sweet, I'm going to say water or swimming or whatever it was. And then I looked at the assassin word, and it was also had to do with water.
Fish.
And so, yeah, fish, whale, seal, I don't remember exactly the words, but and I just thought I can't ever give those clues. It's going to be so hard for me to give those clues without giving them the assassin word. So that's just luck-based. At the same time, because I was given that, I have to have some kind of strategy to get them to get those words. And so I definitely think there's a lot of luck in what words you get, if they're close to the other team's words or not. But there's also strategy in how you're going to get around that.
So we've got on the board plane and parachute. If I'm trying to get them to say plane and Molly's trying to get them to say parachute, maybe Molly holds out and doesn't try to get them to say parachute, hoping that the other team will accidentally get it for her and giving them a point. So I've got to decide, how am I going to get them to say plane, pick plane without parachute? Do I say automobile to get them to say plane and train? So there's a lot of strategy here despite the luck. Fun versus boring. This game is fun. We have not played with the 2 or 3 player variant that they do provide in the rules, but I have played in like a 4 and 5 player game and up to like 16. And I really like the lower player counts. This game, it shines at large player counts. It's a party game. People can walk away, come in, have fun. Doesn't ruin it. But I love low player counts because there's no deliberation. I love being one of 2 people. So one of us is giving the words, and then I can just choose and pick without, can I touch plane? Can I please touch plane? They're like, no, it may be telescope. They're trying to get us to say telescope. I don't want to sit and argue about that. I like what's the quality, the attribute that I like in people?
Decisiveness.
Decisiveness. It's attractive. I think it's awesome. Anyhow, I also like playing with the timer. It's optional, but for me, I flip it every single time. I'm that guy at the table because it's so boring to watch people watch the game. I don't want to do that for 10 minutes. I'd rather play 5 rounds in that 10 minutes. So 2-minute timer, it's an optional timer, but I really enjoy using it. I do like the game.
I think this game is super fun. I don't care about the deliberation as much as Tom. I do like the timer because it makes you just choose. It makes you, I'm going to commit instead of debating for 10 minutes because that's not fun. But debating for a little longer than what Tom says is fine. I think it's super fun to be the Spymaster. It's super difficult. And I realize I've said super 4 or 5 times in the last minute. So, yeah. But I do think it's a challenge for me to stretch of how am I going to get these together without getting this word. The other day I had robot and satellite, and I was going to say electric or electrical, but then code was there, and I was like, oh, no. So I said mechanical. It just makes me think of other things to say, and I like that aspect of it. And then when you're guessing, you know what the Spymaster, like I said earlier, has to deal with. So I think this game is super fun. And so, I would definitely recommend. Is one of the better party games that I've come across that Tom actually likes.
Yeah. So Board Game Geek rating system, I'd give it a 7. I do enjoy this game, but for me, it's not an always game, just because I want to play it with certain conditions.
I would give this game a 10 out of 10. I'm generally always willing to play. Certain people are more difficult to play with than others, but I'm generally willing to play. Every time we get to multiples of 500 subscribers on YouTube, we give away a free glitter painting of your favorite geeky thing. So make sure to subscribe now.
It could be you that wins.
Codenames. We've presented the evidence.
You be the judge.